All right, Charles. So today's video, I'm going to break down my story and analyze everything and break it down part by part for you guys so you guys understand how to create a effective story to influence your audience and your viewers to think differently, right? So I'll show you guys. All right, let's start here.
Online fitness coaches and aspire online fitness coaches. So today's video, we're going to talk about
So I call out my ideal target audience, right? I'm talking to online fitness coaches and aspiring online fitness coaches. So whatever your niche is, you can just call out to them so that they'll be like, oh, shoot, like he's talking to me, right? So if you're working with entrepreneurs, hey, like, hey, busy entrepreneurs, like if you're trying to lose weight, listen to this, something like that, right? Or like 9 to 5 working professionals, right? Just call them out, right? So that they have like, whoa, like I got to be listening to this right now. And then the next thing that I do is I have a success principle or like a success mindset. And this is what I share with them. It's like you need to be consistent doing the right things over long periods of time if you want to get more clients and grow your business. So in the same way for you, if you're helping a weight loss client, you're helping someone lose fat, like it's the same thing, right? You need to be consistent doing the right things over long periods of time if you want to lose more weight, if you want to lose more fat, if you want to fit your clothes a lot better, you want to have more energy, you want to have more confidence, right? And the breakdown behind this is like success principle or success mindset so that they can achieve what, right? What's the dream outcome that they want, right? If you're watching this, right, you're interested in business, right? And you want to grow your business. So when I call out to you guys, it's like you want more clients. You want to grow your business, right? That's the mindset and that's the goal. For these overweight individuals, their goal is to lose weight, lose fat, fit their clothes a lot better, have more energy, have more confidence, right? So I will go talking upon that, right? So here we go.
consistency, but consistency in doing the right things over long periods of time, right? Because you can be consistent, but you can be consistent doing the wrong things. And this is why you might not be getting the clients that you want to. This is why you might not be growing your business in the way that you want to. This is why you might not get to the level that you want to be at, right? You need to be consistent in doing the right things over long periods of time in order for you to get there. But you really have to look at like an honest look at your business and what you're doing. Is it actually helping me get to where I want to be? Right? You have
So here I ask questions like, hey, like if you keep on doing what you're doing, are you actually going to get to your results? Right? And this is what you can do with your weight loss clients too. It's like, hey, if you keep on going like an hour on the ellipticals, but you don't know what you're doing with your diet, is that going to work? Is that going to be effective? If you don't know what the heck you're doing in the gym, you don't know what you're doing with your diet, right? You think about this, the breakdown behind this is like what are they concerned about, right? What are they struggling with, right? And what are some fears that they might be having? Like, oh man, like is this gonna work? Is, like my game plan good? Do I know what I'm doing, right? You want to call that out, right? In that way, right? So when there's pain, when there's struggle, like you as a coach can provide a solution. But if they don't really care about like, oh yeah, I don't really care if like my game plan is good. Oh, I don't really care about this, then it's like they're not going to seek out a solution. But there's going to be people that are like, man, like I actually don't know what I'm doing. And I would benefit from a coach that will tell me exactly what I need to do correctly so that I can get better results, right? So here I'm like challenging the mindset for people. It's like, hey, bro, like think about it. Like realistically, if you keep on doing what you're doing right now, are you going to get to where you want to be? Right. And if you say no, then you have to reanalyze your game plan and improve it. Right. Because that's the actual like belief that you need if you actually want to be successful, right? Because if you keep on doing the same thing and you're not getting results, are you going to be successful? No, right? So this is what I broke down in my first story.
to really take a step back. You have to take a step back and really ask yourself, is the things that I'm doing right now helping me get clients, helping me grow my business? And if you don't have the results to show for it, you have to reanalyze your game plan. And one of the best ways to get a better game plan to get the results that you want is to hire a mentor and a coach, right?
So what I did here is I put text on screen because realistically, sometimes people are at work, they're sitting on the toilet, or they're just doing random things, right? And they're not going to like listen to your video, right? At work. It's just they just don't do it. But one of the best ways for people to still get value and to get the information that they need is through, it's like your text on screen. And if it's important to them enough, they'll listen to it. They'll try to find a way to like sneak it in so that they can listen to it, right? But so what happened here is I gave them, or like in the very first story, it was more like, hey, you need to think like this if you want to get this result, right? But the big struggle that you guys are facing right now is that you guys don't know what you're doing and you're doing things consistently wrong. So what do you do now? Right? What do you do now? Right? What's the solution that you as a coach are offering to that person? Right? So for me, in this story, my mindset was more so like I want to offer, a solution to this problem, right? And my solution is like hire a coach and mentor. And I talk upon that, right? But it doesn't even have to be like a pitch or anything like this. It can just simply be like one of the best ways to get a better game plan is to read a book, to listen to this podcast, right? Get a mentor, get a coach, or study up diet and nutrition yourself, whatever it may be, right? Provide them a solution. What is the solution that you're planning on helping them? Right? For me, the reason why I say having a coach and mentor is because like realistically, I'm trying to communicate to them. It's like if you don't have a coach and mentor, then you're gonna be stuck doing the same things over long periods of time and you're not getting results, right? And one of the best ways that I genuinely believe is having a coach and mentor because having a coach and mentor is going to give you every single detail given to you so that you can succeed, right? They're going to break down every aspect of your business. They're going to break down every aspect of your fitness, your workouts, your diet, your nutrition, your cardio, your steps, your sleep, everything, your habits. Like a coach will be able to do that, right? You can't just offer like one thing. It's like, oh yeah, you just like read a book on workouts. Okay, what about the diet? What about the nutrition? So in my mind, it's just like, dude, the fastest and best way is just to have a coach and mentor. So this is what I shared about.
Right? Someone that's been there and done that already, right? Because for example, let's say like you're helping a overweight person lose weight, right? But he doesn't know what he's doing at all. He doesn't know a caloric deficit. He doesn't know how to meal prep. He doesn't know about proper diet nutrition. He doesn't know how to set up a structured workout plan. He doesn't have proper form and technique, but he's like, yeah, let me figure it out myself. Yeah, like I'm gonna hit the gym. I'm gonna go on this elliptical. I got it, bro. I got it. Right. But in your mind as a coach, it's kind of like, bro, you don't got it, right? You don't got it. You don't know what you're doing.
So right here, I give this example to speak to online fitness coaches, right? So that they can understand the analogy and example a lot better. So in this way and in this regard, like you can share an example that like if your target market is a 9 to 5 working individual, right? Share an example that they would understand, right? Share an example that an entrepreneur would understand if you're targeting like business owners and entrepreneurs, right? Something that I would say if it was a fitness example, right? I would just be like, imagine a dude that's coming into work and he doesn't know what he's doing at all, right? It's like it's his first day at work and he doesn't know what the heck he's doing. And then your boss isn't there, you don't have a mentor, you don't have anyone to guide you how to do the actual work and now you're just completely lost, right? But now imagine if your boss, showed you, hey, this is how you do these projects. Hey, this is how you set things up. Hey, this is how you log into the system, right? And then they're gonna start understanding, like, whoa, like that makes sense, right? Storytell. When you are able to give analogies and give stories for people to understand better, they grasp that concept a lot better than you just telling them, right? So always give examples and always share analogies and stories.
And even if you're staying consistent with your current game plan right now, you're not getting good results. If I gave you my game plan, knowing everything I know as a fat loss coach, right, you would get way better results in a span of a couple weeks.
So the reason why I say this is because when like fitness coaches like try to help a fitness prospect or like a guy that's overweight, like he doesn't know what the heck he's doing with his form and technique. He just doesn't, right? So you knowing what you do, you know, you knowing what you know as the fitness expert, you can give them the exact game plan and the exact guidance that they need in order for them to be successful, right? But if they know what they know, that's why they're overweight, right? They're not, knowledgeable as much as you are, the fitness expert, right? So that's why people invest into coaches so that they can learn exactly what to do. So I'm sharing this example and would you get better results if you kept on doing the things that you're currently doing in your business right now? No, right? If you're stuck at making $0 and you haven't started your business, you need to have a coach, guys. Like I personally had a coach before I actually like started making money online. Before then, I would literally spend like 6 months posting content because Gary Vee told me to post content, document, give tips and all that stuff. But I wasn't producing things that actually got me clients until I invested into a business coach and a business mentor myself. And then he showed me the actual way of doing things. And I was like, whoa, like, holy cow. Then I started signing on clients, right? So it's the same way. Like, if you're a beginner in the gym, you're not going to magically figure it out, right? You need to learn from people that are ahead of the journey than you, whether it's friends that are very, very serious in the gym, or talking to that bodybuilder, or talking to that person that's more jacked than you, right? That's how it all starts, right? Or you listening to like YouTube videos and you learning from the best, right? Understanding that is going to help you get better in your life and to improve upon your game plan so that you can get better results, right? So this is what I share in order for fitness coaches to do better in their business, right? Because if you guys knew what I knew, you guys would have better results in your business, right? And if I knew what like Jeff Bezos knew, I would have way better results than I do now, right?
So if you're a fitness coach watching this, you might be looking at that example and be like, why is that 30-pound overweight guy that's brand new to the gym unwilling to get help and guidance? Why is he unwilling to get the mentorship and coaching to actually get the right game plan?
So the reason why I share this is because when you think about it, like I'm calling out to my ideal target audience, which is online fitness coaches or fitness coaches in general, right? Or trainers, whatever, you call it. So the reason why I say this is because I wanted to give an example that they would understand. And they like as a fitness coach, like if you're watching this story, you're actually gonna be like, dude, like why is that guy so stubborn? Like, why is that guy unwilling to get help and guidance? Like, if you think about it, it's like, why? Like, his ego, his pride, his unwillingness is the reason why he's stuck. And that's what I'm calling out to people because you have to realize, guys, like, your unwillingness to change, your unwillingness to get mentorship is the reason why you're stuck, right? Oh, I don't want to invest money, right? But the thing is, like, if you invest it into a coach, that coach is gonna make like help you make so much more money, right? It's so crazy how that works, right? Because when I first invested into my first mentor, I paid $17,000 for that mentorship, right? And then now I'm like making way more than that, right? In a month. Guys, think about that. Like the return on investment is so crazy when you think about like having a coach, having a mentor, teach you the skills, teach you the knowledge, like help you develop, hone your craft and like get better in your craft, right? And making sure that you're getting better each and every single day and being held accountable and that you're working harder and that you're actually staying more consistent. Because when you stay more consistent, you're going to get way better results. right? And it's not like once you learn it, you don't lose it, right? You don't lose your knowledge. You keep on stacking and getting better. And this is why it's so important to invest into coaching, so important to invest into mentorship. You don't lose it, guys. Like you guys got to stop getting into a scarcity mindset and actually have an abundance mindset. Hey, I'm investing this into myself so that myself can get better, right? I don't know if you guys watch, like Undercover Billionaire, right? But it's basically like a show where like all these like billionaires and it's like people that have been really, really successful in their business, like they start over from scratch, but they know everything that they know. And they're given like 90 days to build $1 million business, right? And some of them are actually successful in doing that. And when you guys think about it, it's like if you had to start over, right? And knowing what you know, right? Like after you've developed the skills, the knowledge, to build $1 million businesses and you start from scratch, you're going to be able to rebuild it back up again. But if you don't have the skills, you don't have the knowledge, you don't have the tools, then you're not going to be able to rebuild anything because if you're starting from scratch, you don't have the skill set, guys, right? So you guys got to continuously develop yourself, invest into your knowledge, right? Because you get better and better and better and better and better, right? I didn't start making all this money, right? I started off at $0, guys. I started off at $0 and then zero became 500 a month. And then 500 a month became $1,000 per month. And then $1,000 per month became $2,000 a month. And then I started getting better and better and better and better. 5K a month, 10K a month, 15K a month, 20K a month, 25K a month, 30K a month. And I've gotten to as high as $37,866.66 in a single month, guys. Right? You just get better and better and better and better and better, stacking on those skills. Right? So this is what I broke down.
Right? And you're like, bro, like if you just stay consistent with your game plan when you don't know what you're doing things consistently wrong over long periods of time. So you're not going to end up with good results. If they knew what you knew as the fat loss coach and had the game plan and the knowledge and the expertise, they would be put on the right path, right? So over long periods of time, you're going to get way better results, right? But we also have to look at that with ourselves in our businesses as well, right? If you're new to your business or you're stuck at a certain level, right? Or you're hitting 5K a month, 10K a month, whatever it may be, right? You really have to think it's like, is your game plan getting you to where you want to be?
So, in the same way, guys, I got to take my own advice, right? Because even at the level that I'm at, there's another level, right? There's other coaches doing 40K months, 50K months, 100K months, 200K months, 500K months. Like, there's just levels to it, guys. And I'm not one to be foolish enough to be like, yeah, I know everything, right? So that's why I'm always seeking guys that are doing better than me. I'm like, hey, bro, like, what are you doing, right? Like what are some things that you're implementing into your business that's getting you to where it's like you're at right now, right? Because when you think about it, if I talk to a guy that does $50,000 months, he's clearly doing something that I'm not doing, right? And he's getting the results of somebody that I aspire to be like, right? So over time, if I knew what he knows and I'm doing the strategies that he implements and I'm doing the things and the mindsets and I start adopting that, right? I'm naturally going to elevate to that level, right? It will take some time, but I'm naturally going to elevate to that level. And that's what happens when you have coaching and mentorship, right? Let's say like you're stuck and you're at $5,000 a month right now, right? And you're learning from like a coach like myself doing like 10, 20, 30 like K months, right? You're elevating to that standard, right? And you're getting better every single day, right? And as you get around me, as you get around people that are doing better than you, right? You're gonna naturally learn some things. You're gonna pick up things, and then you're gonna continuously be consistent with that, and then naturally you just elevate more and more and more and more, right? The more you learn, the more you earn, right? And Alex Hormozy always talks about like you have to pay down this ignorance debt because you don't know what you don't know, right? And you are a fool if you think you know everything, right? Because if you knew everything, bro, like, you know, you'd be madly successful. But the issue is like we don't, right? So there's always that next level, and that next level we have to invest into, right? And when you think about it, like when it comes to more successful people than you, right? They're not just gonna randomly just give you their time, right? There has to be a value exchange of somewhat, right? They either work for you or they pay money to be near you, right? To have proximity. Because imagine, it's like, imagine if I went to Jeff Bezos, like, hey, can you mentor me? No. Like, I don't even know how to get close to him, right? It's just like, I'll send him an email and his assistant will probably reject me, right? Like, he will never see that email, right? But that's the thing, guys, right? It's like, I know that if I have to, it's like to get like time with Jeff Bezos, I have to pay the big bucks, maybe like six figures to get some time with him, right? That's, like the level of, like if you want that close proximity and to learn from him like one on one, right? So
So
that's
in the same way, people
so that's why you have to pay to play, basically, right? You have to be able to invest into yourself to be able to be around people that's going to elevate you, right? But so many times people look at, it's like the cost and the investment. But what if I told you it's like if you got around Jeff Bezos, he'd help you build $1 million business. But, like to spend an hour with him might be 50 grand, right? 50 grand for 1 hour. But in that hour, if he helped you build a seven-figure business, would that be worth it? It would, right? So it's all about, it's like the value that you're actually getting for the price that you're paying, right? Because if someone told me, hey, like pay $50,000 and I'm gonna help you build a seven-figure business, all right, I'm down, right? It's like I'm gonna make it happen. So in the same way, if you're currently at $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, whatever it may be, and like you have someone be like, hey, like I can help you get to that next level with your business, would you be willing to invest into that? Right? Always think about what you're gonna be gaining, not always about what you're gonna be losing, guys.
are investing money into you as the fitness coach, the fitness expert, to speed up that process, to get them results faster, to get them there efficiently, right? Show them exactly what to do with their workouts, what to do with their form, what to do with their diet and nutrition, what to do with their cardio. These are things that they might not know. So you as a fitness expert are leading them in the right way. So they're going to get way better results in a faster time frame, right? The same way, you guys got to have a business mentor and business coach for yourself if you actually are serious in growing your online coaching business, right? If you're actually serious in growing it, you need to have the right game plan. You have to have the right guidance. You have to have the right mindset and the right things to focus on. Because if you're just going through it, right, unintentionally, you're not going to get the results that you want, guys.
So the reason why I say this is because I want to open up the minds of people that, know they need help and know that they need guidance, and to show them it's like, hey, like in the same way that people are investing into you as the fitness coach to have speed, to have efficiency, to have effectiveness in their workouts, in their diet, in their results, right? To get better weight loss, better fat loss, for them to help them change their life and their health around for the better, right? They're investing into you, right? It's for you to expedite their process and their results, right? Because if they kept on doing what they are doing, they're not getting the results, right? That's the issue. And this is what I want to communicate with online fitness coaches, right? In order for them to be like, yo, like in the same way, like people are investing into you, you need to be investing into other people so that you can become better, right? Because as you become a better coach, you can serve your clients more and you can grow your business more. You can generate more money, more income, more impact. And as you continuously develop your skills, you're always going to get better, right? So you can serve your clients more, make more impact into the world, right? And also have effectiveness and efficiency in your business as well, right? And like I always say, guys, like, is it, like cool if you're making $10,000 a month? Yeah, it's cool, right? But imagine it's like if you make $10,000 in a year off of online coaching. Is that impressive? And I was like, come on, bro. Like, you can move quicker, you can move faster, you can get more results, right? If you just moved with urgency, you move with intentionality. If you had a coach, if you had a mentor, if you had accountability in your corner, where would you be? Right? Think about the upside, guys. Don't think about the downside, like, oh, I gotta invest. Oh my gosh, I gotta lose some money, right? Don't think about, oh, I gotta lose some money, but it's like, think like, what are you gonna be gaining from this opportunity? What are you gonna be gaining from this mentorship? What are you gonna be gaining by investing into this opportunity? Right? And how are you going to get better? And how are you going to see the ROI on, investing into that opportunity? That's how I think, right? And this is what I want to instill into you guys, because if you start thinking like this too, you're going to be more successful, right?
You have to be.
So here I said, if you're serious about growing your online fitness coaching business and want to achieve results faster, efficiently, and more effectively to get more clients, impact more lives, right? DM me mentorship and I'll give you the guidance, the game plan, and the knowledge that you're missing to get to that next level inside your business. Always learn from those ahead of you. If they have the results you want, you got to download how they think into your mind so that you can be successful as well. Only a fool will be stubborn enough to not get the help. Help is a sign of strength, not weakness. So, what you guys can do inside your business, if you're talking to like 9 to 5 working professionals or entrepreneurs or whatever your target market is, right? Just be like, hey, if you're serious about getting like losing more weight, losing more fat, fitting your clothes a lot better, having more energy, having more confidence, overall being a lot healthier, not having all these health complications and risks, right? DM me, you know, health or transform or info or whatever keyword that you want, right? And then also say is like, I'll give you the guidance, the game plan, and the knowledge that you're missing in order for you to accomplish your fitness goals, right? Think about like what they like want, right? What do they want? They want guidance. They want that game plan. They want that knowledge, right? It's like that you're missing. It's like, dang, I am missing that, right? It's very intentional with the wording, guys, right? It's like that you're missing to get to that next level inside your business, right? It's like, and the knowledge that you're missing to be able to finally lose that weight that you've always wanted to lose, right? And it's like, dang, now I'm actually considering in my mind, it's like, am I missing something? I'm 30 pounds overweight and I'm a 9 to 5 working professional. Am I missing something? I probably am, right? So they're not gonna, like this is what's going through people's minds as they watch your stories and as they watch your content, right? You guys can see like how this is done like so strategically now, right? And I say like always learn from those ahead of you if you want to have the results that if they have the results you want, you got to download how they think into your mind so that you can be successful as well. So this is another success mentality and principle that I believe in, right? You always got to be learning from those ahead of you and ahead of the journey, guys, right? Because you are foolish to think that you know everything and that, like if you don't want to learn from people ahead of the journey, then you're gonna stay stuck at your level, right? And if you're content with that, then, by all means, go do it, right? But if you're actually serious about growing, if you're actually serious about taking your business to that next level, or when you talk to your stories to your fat loss clients or fat loss prospects, it's like if you're actually serious in finally changing your life around and losing those 30 pounds, you have to learn from those ahead of you. You guys got to learn from those with the better physique than you. You guys got to learn from those that, have the expertise in this industry, in this field, right? Of fitness, right? Because a brand new beginner, 9 to 5er, he doesn't know what he's doing with his fitness at all. And you've been doing fitness for years and years, and you went to school, you got a certification, you're a personal trainer, you have years of experience, or if you just got into it and like you've developed your own self and you have so much knowledge and all that stuff, right? It's like they need to download what you know in order to get the results that you have. It's so simple, right? For example, if you're trying to get more jacked, right? You talk to a bodybuilder. You talk to, a guy like Jeff Nippard or you talk to a science-based lifter, or you just talk to a guy that's more jacked than you. It's like, hey, bro, like, what are you doing? What are you eating? What's your workout plan? What's your workout routine? Right? What supplements are you taking? Right? And they're gonna tell you, hey, I do this, I do this, I work out like this. The reason why is because this, and then now you're learning more, right? So when you learn from people like other people that are like more jacked than you or more knowledgeable in fitness than you can then, turn that knowledge and share with your clients. You see the benefits of that. Hire a fitness coach, hire a business coach, whatever area that you're trying to get better at, you guys gotta have a coach for that, right? Having someone ahead of the journey so that you can elevate to their standards and to their level eventually, right? So this is gonna be super, super helpful, guys, right? And then the last thing that I said is like only a fool will be stubborn enough to not get the help. Help is a sign of strength, not weakness, right? So that's another like thing that I believe in as well, right? So throughout these stories, I'm throwing in a bunch of success principles and a lot of beliefs and thoughts in my mind that I believe in that got me the results that I have today, right? So if you respect the results that I've gotten today, then you guys got to listen to that, right? So when you guys think about it, guys, right? In terms of a story, right? You can craft it in so many different ways, but I want you guys to, I know I said a lot in this video, right? But I want you guys to go back and if you didn't take notes the first time, take notes the second time, right? Be a student of the game. Be a student, learn what I did, learn why I did it, learn the reason why I said certain things, listen to like the specific wording and how I do things, right? Because doing this is going to allow you to be more effective in your communication. It's going to be more effective in order for you to grow your business a lot more, to get more clients, and actually influence the minds of your audience, right? Because you understand that in order for you to be successful, right, you need to align yourself with success, right? And if you don't align yourself with success, then you will not be successful. So an example of this is if I tell you you need to be consistent and you align yourself with consistency and you're actually able to be consistent with it, you're going to be successful. But if I tell you, hey, you need to be consistent in your business and you choose not to be like consistent in your business, you will not be successful. And if you're a brand new online fitness coach, right? And I tell you, hey, you need to invest into mentorship and coaching, and you align with that, then you will be successful in growing and building your online coaching business. But if I tell you that you need to invest into coaching and mentorship, right? And that's like success principle, right? And you don't invest into that, you will not be successful in growing your online coaching business, right? So every success principle, the more that you align with it, the more that you take action with it, the more that like committed you are to aligning yourself with every success principle that is out there, you will be madly successful inside your life and inside your business with your fitness and every area of your life. The more that you align with these success principles, the more you will be successful. All right. So I know I said a lot. Be sure to take some notes, right? Go back, rewind it, right? And study it, guys. Study it, right? Because doing this is going to allow you to be more effective in your content, be more effective in your stories, so that you can actually convert your audience to become clients of yours, right? Because you're providing value to them and showing them, hey, you need to think like this if you actually want to be successful, right? And it's true, right? Like, would you guys agree that you need a coach and mentor? Yes. Would you guys agree that you need to be consistent in your business? Yes. Do you guys agree that you have to be consistent doing the right things if you want to get better? Yes. Right? It's like, would you agree that if you keep on doing things consistently wrong, you're not going to get really good results? Yes. And if you don't agree with that, you're not successful, right? I can already tell. right? So, guys, like take notes, implement this, and you guys will change your life and your business around. So that is all for this video. Hope that was helpful and see you guys in the next video.